Saving energy in your organization is awesome, mainly because it has so many benefits. But here's the thing. You can't measure energy you never used. So how do you prove you saved it? If your company spends money to cut energy, the question is worth millions. Hi, this is Sarah from Apollo. Let's talk about measurement and verification, or MNV. So what actually is MNV? MNV is how you prove an energy efficiency project actually saved energy. Here's a catch that trips everyone up. You can never meter the energy you didn't use because, by principle, a saving is an absence. So instead of measuring it directly, you build a baseline of what your energy use would have been, adjust it for today's conditions, and subtract what you actually used. What's left is your saving. You might be thinking, hey, Sarah, why should I care about this? Because when you put efficiency in your capital plan, that number is what tells your CFO the money worked, what your auditor will check, and what your board will trust. And if you hire an energy service company to deliver the savings, that same number is what they get paid on. So you'd better be able to verify it yourself. Get this number right, and everything downstream works. What exactly do I mean by work out, though? Here's a mistake we see rack good projects, comparing last year's bill to this year's and calling the difference a saving. It isn't, simply because the world changed in between. The weather was different, production went up, a new wing opened. These are all reasons why you have to adjust the baseline. Routine adjustments handle the predictable stuff, sure, weather, output, and occupancy are all taken care of. But then there are non-routine events. Someone installs a data room, adds a shift, closes a floor. If you miss one of those, your savings numbers turn out wrong. Here at Apollo, we've seen cases like when a company got billed for savings that never accounted for a data room it installed mid-year. The efficiency work was fine, but there was no clean baseline and no adjustment clause. So nobody could say what the real saving was, and the client had no way to challenge the bill. And that one gap is actually the whole game. So how do you actually do M&V right? It starts with a framework called IPMVP, which gives you 4 options, from isolating one system all the way up to whole building analysis. You pick the level of rigor based on how much money rides on the number. And a few habits play a huge role here. Write your M&V plan before the project starts, build a defensible baseline, log every non-routine event, and report your savings with an honest confidence range. Something extra, there is a part of all this that people miss in 2026, and it's the same process now feeds your compliance. Those verified savings and baselines are exactly what ISO 50001, CSRD, and CBAM reporting demand. One good M&V process protects your budget, your audit, and any contract you sign. While we're on that topic, this is exactly what Apollo is built for. Optimize captures your data, builds the baselines, and flags the anomalies that signal a non-routine event. FinWise validates costs and invoices, and EchoWise turns verified savings into audit-ready Scope 1, 2, and 3 emissions. No spreadsheets, no guesswork. Link in the description. If this was useful, make sure to follow and subscribe to Apollo. We break down everything you need to know about energy. See you next day.